This video accompanies a series of Twitter threads I posted in summer 2021. I'll put the links to those threads below. In this video, I first present the famous poem Seeing Off a Friend by the Tang Dynasty poet called Li Bai in Mandarin and Lei Bak in Cantonese. After giving an English translation, I read the poem aloud with Mandarin, Cantonese, and reconstructed Middle Chinese character pronunciations. Apologies for my American accent in all three. I will then briefly illustrate tonal prosody and parallelism. But to understand all the details, you'll want to refer back to those Twitter threads. Ready? Here we go. Seeing Off a Friend. Green hills cross past the northern outer walls. Clear waters circle round the eastern inner walls. This is the place where we part, lone tumbleweeds on a journey of 10,000 miles. Like the drifting clouds are the traveler's intentions. Like the setting sun are the old friend's feelings. Waving your hand, you depart from here to the whinnies of our separating horses. 宋友人李白，青山横北郭，白水绕东城。此地一为别，孤蓬万里征。浮云游子意，落日故人情。挥手自兹去，萧萧斑马鸣。宋友人李白，青山橫北國，白水繞東城。此地一為別，孤蓬萬里征。浮雲遊子意，落日故人情。揮手自茲去，蕭蕭斑馬鳴。宋友人李白，青山橫北國，白水繞東城。此地一為別，孤蓬萬里征。浮雲遊子意，落日故人情。揮手自茲去，蕭蕭斑馬鳴。Poetic meter involves patterns of alternation between two tonal categories, level and non-level. Here, the level tone words are in green, and the non-level tone words are in blue. The lines of each couplet have opposite tonal patterns, as you see in the first and third couplets, though some of the odd-numbered syllables are free to vary from that strict pattern, as you see in the second and fourth couplets. I'm going to try to give you a feel for the tonal prosody by humming the tone contours. Level and non-level tones are still colored green and blue, respectively, on this slide. I've notated the ping, or level tone, with a horizontal line, the shang, or rising tone, with a rising line, the qu, or falling tone, with a falling line, and the ru, or abrupt tone, with a dot. What gives the poem its rhythmic force is the play of the level against the non-level tones. Listen. In this slide, we'll look closely at the ingenious way that parallelism works in the two lines of a couplet. At the grammatical level, the words of the two lines align perfectly in both part of speech, nouns, verbs, adjectives, and so on, and sentence structure, subject, verb, object in this case. At the level of meaning, corresponding words belong to the same general semantic category: color term against color term, cardinal direction against cardinal direction, feature of the natural landscape against feature of the natural landscape, etc. And because the two lines of a couplet have opposite tonal patterns, the paired words, the corresponding words in each line of the couplet, have to belong to opposite tonal categories. So if the color term in one line is in level tone, the corresponding color term in the next line has to be in a non-level tone. As I discuss in the Twitter threads, some of the poetic features described here rely on linguistic features of the spoken language and can only be fully appreciated with an understanding of the Middle Chinese sound values of the characters. Now, I'm the first to acknowledge that these reconstructed sound values are approximations, not a precise representation of medieval spoken pronunciation of Chinese, but they do reflect some real features of the spoken language, features that are no longer fully present in any of the modern Chinese languages.